Oh, I got some time for another one, maybe, because I could probably three more. So, back to my Immortal then. My Immortal, Chapter 8. Arthur's Note. Well, since it's short, I'll do the Arthur's Note. Arthur's Note. Stop flassing, okay? If you do, then you are a prep. Everyone in the class stared at me. And then Draco came into the room, even though he was naked, and started begging me to take him back. Ebony, it's not what you think, Draco screamed sadly. My friend, Bloody Mary Smith, smiled at me understatedly. She flipped her long, waist-length, gothic black hair, and opened her crimson eyes like blood that she was wearing colored contact lenses on. She had pale white skin that she was wearing white makeup on. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Her real parents are vampires and one of them is a witch. But Voldemort killed her mother and their father committed suicide because he was depressed about it. Yeah. She still has nightmares about it and she's very haunted and depressed. It turns out that her real last name is Smith and not Granger. Since she converted to Satanism, she's in Slytherin now, not Gryffindor. What is it that you desire, you ridiculous dimwit? Snape demeaned angrily in his cold voice, but I ignored him. Vampire, I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco! I shouted at him. Everyone gasped. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I went out with Vampire. I'm bi, and so is Ebony. But for a while then. But then he broke my heart. He dumped me because he liked Brittany. A stupid, preppy fucker. Yeah, we are just good friends now. He had gone through some horrible problems, and now he was gothic. Like I would hang out with a prep or anything. But I'm not going out with Draco anymore, said Vampire. Yeah, fucking right. Fuck off, you bastard! I screamed. I ran out of the room and into the forbidden forest where I'd lost my virility to Draco, and then I started to burst into tears. End of Chapter 8. Chapter 9. Arthur's Note. No, I'm not gonna do Arthur's Note this time. Chapter 9. I was so mad and sad. I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against the tree where I did it with Draco. Wait, isn't the Forbidden Forest large? How do you know the exact... Of all the little things I could get confused about in this story, that's the one. Then all of a sudden, an horrible man with red eyes and no nose and everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. He didn't have no nose. Basically like Voldemort in the movie. And then he was wearing all black, but it was obvious he wasn't gothic. It was... ... Voldemort. No! I shouted in a scared voice, but then Voldemort shouted, Imperius! And I couldn't run away. Crookshanks! I shouted at him. Voldemort fell off his broom and started to scream. I felt bad for him, even though I'm a sadist, so I stopped. Ebony, he yelled, you must kill Vampire Potter. I thought about Vampire, and his sexy eyes, and his gothic black hair, and how his face looked just like Joel Madden. I remembered that Draco had said I didn't understand, so I thought, what if Draco went out with Vampire before I went out with him and they broke up? No, Voldemort! I shouted back. Voldemort gave me a gun. No, please! I begged. You must, he yelled. If you do not, I shall kill thy beloved Draco. How did you know? I asked in a surprised way. Voldemort got a, dude, you're so retarded look on his face. I have telekinesis, he answered cruelly. If you does not kill vampires, then thou will know what will happen to Draco, he shouted. And then he flew away angrily on his broomstick. I was so scared and mad, I didn't know what to do. Suddenly, Draco came into the woods. Draco, I said, hi. Hi, he said back, but his face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner, kinda like a pentagram. Get it? Between Joe Madden and Gerard Way. Are you okay? I asked. No, he answered. I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me. I expelled. That's okay, he said all depressed, and we went back into Hogwarts together, making out. End of chapter 9, checking the time, 5 minutes and... 6 minutes exactly. I'm good. Chapter 10. I was really scared about Voldemort all day. I was even upset went to rehearsals with my gothic metal band, Bloody Gothic Rose 666. I am the leader of it, and I play guitar. People say that we sound like a cross between GC, Slipknot, MCR, and MCR. I thought there was something on this. The other people in the band are Bloody Mary, Vampire, Draco, and Ron. Although we call him Diabolo now. He has black hair now with blue streaks in it. And Hagrid. Only today, Draco and Vampire were depressed, so they weren't coming, and we wrote songs instead. I knew Draco was probably slitting his wrists. He wouldn't die because he was a vampire too, and the only way you can kill a vampire was with a CROSS. There's no way I'm writing that. Or steak. And Vampire was probably watching a depressing movie like The Corpse Bride. I put on a black leather shirt that showed off my boobs and a tiny matching miniskirt that said Simple Plan on the butt. You might think I'm a slut, but I'm really not. Okay. I'm fairly certain you're a slut. We are singing a cover of Helena, and at the end of the song, I suddenly burst into tears. Ebony, are you okay? Bloody Mary asked in a concerted voice. What the fuck do you think? I asked angrily. Then I said, well, Voldemort came and the fucking bastard told me I had to fucking kill Harry, but I don't want to kill him because he's really nice, even if he did go out with Draco. But if I don't kill Harry, then Voldemort will fucking kill Draco! I burst into tears. Suddenly, Draco jumped out from behind the wall. Why didn't you fucking tell me? He shouted. How could you fucking poser muggle bitch! See? Is that out of character? I started to cry, and Draco started to cry too, all sensitive. And then he ran out crying. We practiced for 1 hour more. Then suddenly Draco walked in angrily. His eyes were all fiery. I knew this time it wasn't because he had a headache. What have you done? He started to cry wisely. See, that's basically not swearing. And this time, he was really upset. And you'll see why. Ebony, Draco has been found dead in his room. He committed suicide by slitting his wrists. Oh, romanticizing suicide. End of chapter 10, by the way. Yeah. Glorify all of the suicide. It is a good thing, children. It is a good thing. Oh, Michael, I am available to children's parties. Chapter 11. Let me see what time. Ah, shit. Stop now, actually.